At 5:42 p.m., my wife stood on the greenbelt with two dogs at heel, leashes short, vests on, muzzles off. A woman in a tan visor and a clipboard marched up, pointed, and grabbed my wife's forearm. The dogs didn't lunge. They didn't snap. At block, both stepped between my wife and the visor, chests out, eyes locked, tails still. At speak, Atlas gave one sharp bark that echoed off the clubhouse wall. The visor froze mid-step. 10 neighbors stared. A phone was filming, and because the universe loves timing, a patrol car turned the corner. By sunset, there would be an incident report, a rescinded fine, and an emergency board meeting about don't put hands on residents. But at 5:42 p.m., it was just my wife, 2 retired military K9s trained to protect without harm, and an HOA compliance patrol discovering what control really looks like. Act 1, move in, meet the visor. We bought the Lakeside Fixer last spring. My wife, Harper, served 8 years in the Army as a military police handler. She worked with Atlas and Echo, dual-purpose K9s who later retired honorably and came home to live out their couch years with us. Atlas now works as Harper's task-trained service dog, interrupting panic episodes, blocking crowding, and guiding her to exits when her chest tightens. Echo is just the world's most disciplined nap enthusiast. First week after move-in, a letter arrived. Notice, no aggressive breeds allowed. Remove within 7 days. It had 3 grainy stock images, 2 shepherds, and a cartoon pit. Bull. We laughed, then we didn't. Harper emailed the management company with a calm, bullet-pointed reply. Atlas is a task-trained service dog under the Fair Housing Act, FHA. He is not a pet. Breed to weight limits do not apply. Echo is a retired MWD, leashed and vaccinated. We comply with leash, noise, and waste rules. We are happy to provide reasonable documentation for Atlas, doctor's letter already on file. Beige voice. Carla wrote back. The board does not allow police, military, attack dogs. Residents are uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not a legal standard. Reasonable accommodation is. We printed HUD DOJ guidance on assistance animals and highlighted it like finals week. HOAs must reasonably accommodate residents with disabilities, including assistance animals in common areas. No pet fees, no breed. Restrictions, no registries required. Behavior is the test. Under control, housebroken, no direct threat. Our documentation was already approved from move-in. The board just forgot. We posted a friendly note in the neighborhood group. Hi, we're the new people with the very calm shepherds. Please ask before petting. Atlas is working. Most neighbors responded with heart emojis and thank you for your service. One account, Rules Matter 123, commented, we don't need attack dogs here. Guess who that was? Act 2. The Training. Complaint Harper keeps the boys sharp with short obedience sessions. Down, stay, heel, block, 5 minutes, twice a day, on the greenbelt by our fence. It looks like ballet with fur. 3 days. Later. Violation. Unauthorized training on common area. Fine. $150. Harper replied, walking and obedience. Normal dog use. Atlas is an assistance animal. The FHA covers common areas. Echo is leashed and quiet. Carla doubled down. We have complaints these dogs are intimidating. That Saturday, the compliance patrol finally introduced themselves in person. Visor, Diane, clipboard, heavy, and a volunteer with a vest that said security in the font you use when you're not security. Harper was tossing treats into a downstay for Echo. Atlas rested in a watch position, head on paws, eyes up. Diane, training is not allowed on common property. Take them inside. Harper, we live here, and this is a normal walk. If you're concerned, we can talk. Please don't crowd us. Diane stepped forward anyway, reached for Harper's elbow, and there it is, the moment she made grabbing someone her strategy. Harper's voice went firm. Block. Atlas and Echo flowed forward like doors closing. No growling, no teeth, just a perfect two-dog wall. The volunteer stopped short. Diane went wide-eyed. Neighbors went silent. Harper, sit. Both sat, still forming a wall. Between her and the world, Diane tried a new tone. Control your animals, Harper. I am. You need to step back. Diane. I'll call the police. Harper. Please do. And take your hand off me. Echo looked up as if to say, We're doing a great job. He was. Act 3. Control versus chaos. The patrol car rolled in like a polite plot device. 2 officers stepped out, hands relaxed, eyes scanning. Harper gave Atlas a quiet down, dropped Echo's leash, and raised one open hand. Officer 1. Afternoon? What's going on? Diane. These attack dogs are being trained to intimidate. She's violating rules. Harper. Atlas is a service dog. Echo is leashed. They're under control. She grabbed me. Neighbor Jerry, bless him, held up his phone. Got it on video. She reached first. Dogs never left heel unless told. Officer 2 crouched, not touching the dogs. Pretty chill for attack dogs. Harper smiled. They're retired pros. Watch. She gave a low speak. Atlas delivered one crisp, single bark, then back to quiet. It's a deterrent. Non-contact. Officer 1 nodded. Looks controlled to me. Ma'am, to Diane. Don't put hands on people. If the dogs are under control and leashed and one's a service animal, they can be here. Diane sputtered. We have rules. Officer 2. You also have state and federal law. If you want to discuss rules, do it in writing. Don't grab residents. They took statements, exchanged case numbers, and left with a head pat that stopped, short of actually patting, because they are professionals, and Atlas was working. Act 4. Paper, not bark, we went home. Harper iced the small fingerprint bruise on her forearm that she swore wasn't a big deal and was. I opened the binder, email, to Management, Assistance Animal Accommodation, already on file for Atlas. Your records confirm. HOA volunteer placed hands. On my wife unprovoked. Police report attached. Cease issuing fines for normal dog walking obedience. FHA protection applies. We request removal of the $150 training fine, written confirmation of accommodation, and a board policy prohibiting physical contact by volunteers. Reply from Carla. The board stands by the violation. Training is prohibited. Cool. Time for grown-ups. A friend connected us with a fair housing attorney, May. She drafted a letter sharp enough to slice through a visor. Under the FHA, the HOA must accommodate the use of an assistance animal in common areas. Training prohibitions cannot be applied to necessary control obedience. The FHA preempts breed weight restrictions for assistance animals. Volunteers may not lay hands on residents. Consider this notice. Demands, rescind fines, confirm accommodation, adopt policy on volunteer conduct, training for board management, compensation for distress the injury, $2,000. May CC'd HUD's regional office and a veterans advocacy group, just an FYI, not a threat. 2 days later, the HOA attorney reached out. Can we resolve informally? May. Yes. Start by watching the video. Act 5. The hearing, where training shows. The board set a hearing in the clubhouse. We arrived with Atlas in vest, Echo on leash, and a folder. Diane sat at the folding table looking like someone had told her sweatpants were illegal. The attorney looked like someone who had Googled FHA dog rules at 2 a.m. May opened, You can't ban a service dog from common areas or the obedience that keeps him under control. You can require leashes, control, and cleanup, that's it. Diane. These dogs are scary. Harper. Scary is subjective. Control is objective. She gave a low heel. Both dogs' eyes locked on her. Down. 2 chests hit the floor in sync. Stay! She stepped back 3 paces. Echo didn't twitch. Atlas blinked at precisely the speed of law. The room softened. Even the board president's shoulders eased. May slid the video stills across. Diane's hand on Harper's arm. The dogs forming a block without breaking heel. Atlas's one bark. "This is what good looks like," May said. "No lunging, no teeth, precise compliance. Your volunteer escalated." The attorney took a breath. "We will rescind the fine and the prior warning." Diane: "But training, attorney. Obedience during a walk is not training class." Act 6. The fix. The written agreement arrived a week later. Rescind all fines notices about Atlas and Echo. Confirm Atlas's assistance animal accommodation. Echo permitted as a pet subject to normal leash waist rules. Update rules. Assistance animals and pets may be walked on common areas. Owners must maintain control. Brief on-leash obedience is permitted if not disruptive. Prohibit volunteers, board, from physical contact with residents. Require de-escalation training. Post new signage. No pets in pool area except assistance animals. Apologize to Harper in writing and reimburse $250 for medical copay and related costs. They held a community Q&A. May zoomed in and explained FHA basics. A veteran down the block said, "I've been avoiding the greenbelt with my service dog for months." The president said, "You don't have to anymore." Diane? She stepped down from compliance chair to landscape committee. Plants don't file HUD complaints. Act 7, Aftercare and Why Training Matters. A month later, we hosted a K9 meet and learn in the park. No dramatics, just information. Harper showed the difference between work and off-duty, how to approach, ask first, and how a block isn't aggression. It's space. She fitted Echo with a soft muzzle for the demo just to model gear without stigma. 2 kids asked to pet. Harper said yes, after break. Atlas wagged like a professional on his lunch break. Jerry brought lemonade with a label, de-escalation juice. The best part? The HOA printed a 1-page assistance animal etiquette sheet. Don't distract or touch working dogs. Report concerns in writing with facts, not feelings. Respect leash space. Volunteers, observe, don't touch. What 2 calm dogs taught A. Loud board assistance animals are not pets. FHA protections mean breed weight rules don't apply and common areas are allowed. Behavior, not vibes, is the standard. Under control, housebroken, no direct threat. Brief obedience during a walk is control, not a class. It keeps everyone safe. Keep dogs under true control. Leash laws, leave it, heel, down, and block. Save headaches. Muzzle train proactively if it helps people feel safe, even if you don't need it. Hands off people. HOA volunteers have 0 authority to touch residents. De-escalation beats drama. Paper beats panic. Save approvals. Cite FHA HUD guidance. And if needed, call an attorney who knows housing law. If you like stories where discipline outmaneuvers drama, hit subscribe, drop a like, and tell me your wildest HOA K9 moment below. Atlas says hi, professionally,